Hey, what's up, obscure mic people? It's Bart coming at you with another video, and today we've got the Limelight from 512 Audio. 512 Audio, it's the Limelight, baby. Nice microphone, comes with a bag, carrying pouch, and a hard mount. Not even going to show you that. I'm using the shock mount. It's just hard mount, nothing special. Actually, it's less than special. It's hard to get on and off, so I'm not going to use it. But the Limelight is a broadcast dynamic microphone, $199 from 512 Audio, which is the sister company of Warm Audio. I need to work for Warm Audio because it's warm in my studio all the time. I can't wait till the weather chills out a little more so it's comfortable in here and you don't have to watch me perspirate all over the mics. Anyways, no bells and whistles besides a low-cut filter on the bottom of this thing. If you could see that or not. If not, I'll show you a mic that you've seen on this channel before, the H&A AC50. And it has the same low-cut filter on it, or you could just go flat mode. These mics weigh about the same metal, little microphonic. Not high-grade metal, but listen, I am a proponent of don't touch it. Don't touch it. That's what she said. Don't touch it. If you got a good shock mount, you can do table bumps and it's not going to come through. If you don't have a good shock mount, the table bumps will absolutely come through on this microphone. So my first thoughts here, besides some of that information I just spewed at your ear holes, is this is a kind of a ribbony sounding mic. It's smooth, kind of dark, not boosted in the high frequencies like a lot of other mics in its class. It sounds really good. $199 for the cheap metal. I'm not real sure about that. So more tests will need to happen, but the sound, which is the most important thing, so far so good. So far so good. You know what? Got me another one of those handy dandy Shure SM7Bs. So I'll do the comparison on this for a video for members only. And then I'll release it to everyone because I think it's important. But members will have early access. Hit the join button if you want to be a member. Let's go ahead and see what this microphone sounds like real quick without processing before I even do tests. And let's see how it compares to the SM7B. Because this is smooth and kind of dark. So I'm thinking maybe solid competitor maybe. Build quality is a lot less, but one second. This is the Shure SM7B. And you were just listening to the 512 Audio Limelight. So we got $400 and half of that at $199. Let's go ahead and switch back to the 512. When I do processing, I'll go back to the SM7B just to see what we got here. But I'm going to be honest with you. I like the SM7B. Obviously, it's a good mic. I do think it's a bit overpriced for podcasters. You don't need this for podcasting. That's my personal opinion. You can get away with a lot cheaper. But let's switch back to the 512, and you'll have that comparison to store away for a rainy day. So you just heard the SM7B. Now you're hearing the 512 Audio Limelight. I'm going to be honest. I think I like the 512 Limelight more. It's clearer. There's more clarity, and it's still smooth. I know that's crazy, but it's $200 to $400. That's double what this is. I digress. We'll see what happens when the processing goes on. Let's go ahead and throw some plosives into this thing. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. And when you get right on top of the mic, this is what the proximity effect sounds like when you're right on top of the Limelight from 512 Audio. Don't be mistaken. As Bandrew said on his review of this, these grill pieces up here mean nothing. It's just for looks. It does not have a variable D to where you don't get that proximity effect a la Electro Voice microphones. Off Axis Rejection time, we're going to turn the mic 90 degrees. Cuts off really well. 180 degrees. 90 degrees. Back around to the front of the microphone. Let's enable the low-cut filter. All right, now we got the low-cut filter on, so it's going to take some of the bottom end out of there. It still sounds good, but it does need that umph in my opinion. If you use the mount provided with this microphone, you really can't get to the low-cut filter. So if that's important to you, you're going to want to use something like this that keeps the back end of the mic nice and free. All right, we're back in flat mode, which is my favorite mode on just about every microphone ever in existence. Don't really care for the low cuts built in. The mics, they're a little bit the drop-off's too much. Let's go ahead and throw some processing on this thing and see what it sounds like with processing. And I'll throw it on the SM7B as well. All right, we got compression. high pass filter, de-esser, and a big bottom because I like the broadcast sound that big bottom gives it to me. That's what she said. Bam, bam, bam. Love my That's What She Said jokes because they're corny and so am I. So this is what this sounds like processed. I think it sounds really good. I like this mic a lot. I wish the build quality was better, but beggars can't be choosers when you're half the price of this sometimes. So let's go ahead and switch over to the Shure SM7B and see if you like it or the 512 audio that's half the price. All right, now I'm on the SM7B. This is what it sounds like in comparison with processing to the 512 audio Limelight. And I do like the SM7B, but I like the bit more clarity on the 512, and that is still smooth in my opinion compared to this. So I mean, if you don't want to spend $400, I think this is a damn good mic for $199 sound-wise. Of course, you're going to need a shock mount. This is only $6 on Amazon. I highly recommend it. I think it does a good job. That takes away some of the table bump stuff. Then you just got to make sure you don't touch the mic because then you're going to get some ringing and some sound coming through that. This, you don't have to worry about that. It's built like a tank, but it's also $400. Let's switch back to the 512 audio. All right, we're back on the 512 audio. And again, I think this thing sounds really good. Maybe it's not quite as flat as the SM7B, but I still think it's nice and smooth. I like this mic a lot. I think they did a good job with whatever the capsule is in there. I just wish for $199 that the build quality was better. I don't love the shell that it's in. To me, it's okay for the H&AC 50 because this is $70 most of the time, sometimes $99, mostly $70. I have no problem with that. Like, whatever. I can deal with that. $70, I don't care that the metal's kind of cheap because I'm not going to touch it and bump it, but for $200, I want more than just the capsule. And this is just kind of looks in the capsule. But again, it sounds really good. And for the record, it does sound different than this, even though they are built almost the same. Almost. The sounds are different. 512 Audio Limelight, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Do you think it held a candle to the SM7B? Do you think it was better than the SM7B? Do you think it was clearly worse than the SM7B? I want to know, because this is that podcaster mic of choice that I think is too expensive to spend for a podcast because it's not godlike, not in my opinion. It's good. It's not $400 good for podcasting. Do studio vocals, you're a screamer, perfect, great, works great. Otherwise, save some money. That's my opinion. Give me your opinion, comments down below. Barks out, 512 Audio Limelight is out. Obscure Mics, peace out.